We back in this thing, man. We got another stream. The day to secure the bag. I ain't gonna cap. I already see something right here on SPX, yo. What's good, fam? Right here off the gate, I'm seeing something off SPX, right? Bearish opportunity, but let's start off like we usually do. Coming to the top six. Got DXY, the dollar at my top left for my newbies, and we got the S&P and Nasdaq at the top, and the currency is on the bottom. Right here, I'm seeing an opportunity to continue up in this bullish trend that we have. I'm gonna go to the hourly now, bring back the indicators so we can see the Asian session. Notice how for the dollar we have an engulfing right here at 6, 7, 8 o'clock. It is now last hour in the 4-hour candle, and it looks like it doesn't want to go higher. It looks like it's giving retracement opportunities, but you got some things still giving signals to go higher, some things to go lower. So if we're getting a bullish dollar, that means we're getting bearishness on XUSD, being our currencies below in the indices. I'm gonna go back to the 5 minutes so we can see how this 5-minute candle is printing. Inside of this 5-minute candle as well, there's reaction coming from a 15-minute supply that's overhead. Now S&P is giving more of a bearish reaction because it's slower in its structure, but Nasdaq is holding, and you know we are already below the Asian range here on Euro, Pound, and the Aussie is still within side. We have around what 40 pips of the A range broke down, came below. Let's see if we made the A range W now. So the pound has already breached the lower past its A range, so has the Euro, exceeding the A range and the extension. What I'm trying to do is measure how much pips happened during the Asian session, and after Asian session you'll see where it stopped going grayer. You can see where price has made its move. Now I'm seeing demand, or at least an effort, or I wouldn't consider this demand. There's two ways that your opinion can look at this. In my opinion, you can say that this is some bears that are exhausting, meaning all the people that were came into the market here have either left the market or taken profit or doing so. The bears are coming exhausted. The bulls are now coming to strength, so it's causing weaker bears, but this isn't much strength in my opinion. So I'm just gonna see bears exhaustion until it picks back up momentum again. Still trying to see how this first 5 minutes, this hour is gonna play out. Maybe a pump fake, may not. I do notice many things. Overall, right now, this demand that's holding strong. Give me a sec while I do something real quick. Maybe a pump fake, may not. I do notice. I had someone ask about the stream, and it made me think about, something. Really, my whole intention and point of me streaming this process is to just show my journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, show what I'm capable of, show what is applicable, what can be done. So I'm not going to be surprised if the Euro buys here, right? You don't want to just buy in. Go ahead, edit that. This video is not right. Put that bad boy right there. Boom. Boom. Oh, this one ain't got none of the tags. Oh. I ain't tripping. I'll highlight that later. That's a distraction. Right, so Screen up. Trying to get right. We are just consolidating. Like, you have to pick a side on which side of the trend you're going with. And for me, we're above the week. I mean, above the monthly, above the weekly, above the daily. We're bullish, right? Or above the Asian session, we're bullish. So we're looking for the continuation. I don't know how strong that's gonna be. I'll go to the daily time frame. We've been bullish the past 3 days. Monday was yesterday. It was the second day of the week. Ending into last week, coming into this week, and it continue. There is momentum, somewhat. I guess you can say. There's a lot of exhaustion, a lot of question. So there's gonna need to be strong confirmation for Tuesday today. I'm not just gonna take this breakout if it buys. It's not happening. That's what the people try to do here. Look what happened. If you're one of those people that try to sell the dollar right when it broke out. Look how it pulled back, and then it slowly took its time. So as it's slowly selling here, you got to ask yourself, at any point in time, did it give you a point in time to sell? Did it give you a confirmation to get in as some type of a retrace? To me, I see it. If this is your initial break right here, and then you had price come back and retrace into this little pocket right here, let's make this better, easier to see. Price came and retraced right in there. Boom. I was gonna give you something within that 60% range. Right there. Boom. I noticed this reaction here. Off this engulfing. Even as low as here, this is where if you have, utilage of your lot size and your risk or reward, you know how to play it. Oh, look at that. What is it? No, I just barely hit. Depending on how you want to play this though. What is this? EU. You can't go wrong with like 8, 10 pips. 10 pips is even too much right here. So yeah. What I'm trying to get at is there's always a footprint. There's always a story to be told. What am I trying to do? We're gonna come over here. I'm not in a trade, by the way. I'm just trying to get this all right. Yo, what is playing right now? We want to see how the breakdown of this is gonna play out. It is reaching for that 2 to 1. So I would not be surprised if, yep, S&P finally continue to extend lower. Let's look at some multi-time frame confluence. Let's see if we have any actual confirmation to sell. So I like to use these, especially on giving my full hour confluence trading. I like to trade with that far right candle. Trade with that 9 a.m. momentum. If I'm trading New York, why would I not trade? Now this is coming into an engulf. It's extending out the way that we need it to be. You know, in my opinion, if you're not in this already from up here, that's the 15-minute, right? Go. Not visible on the hour, right? Notice how it doesn't make sense on the hourly, so I take it off. But where's this Fibonacci? Oh. Below the weekly. Trying to trace back to the monthly. Testing this monthly open we've had. Retracing back. How far back have we retraced? I'm not taking that liquidity grab low. So I shouldn't even take this low right here. I'm taking this low from, say, January 31st. Yep. I was literally measuring the whole month's move. Right here at this 382, which we've broken below it. Now we're trying to see if this is going to hold us support. Any lows in here strong enough to send price higher. You see how it struggled here, and being yesterday's New York session was an interesting. It's like I took a short. Today. He made his move. Missing 1 point. So I'm not gonna put that on the screen. Boy, a whole lot of frames is dropping, so hopefully this is all coming through as it should. I'm sure it is. We're just gonna see. Also realize I have different opportunity here to do different things, but what I'm going to mainly do is be patient, because the same thing that has been in effect 15 minutes ago, the same here now. See, you actually finally reach for that lower. But everyone gave a signal. You know, we got one here. EU right at 545. One earlier here on a pound dollar. 4 o'clock. Nice breaking retest coming back into the look, man. Look. And I'm starting to notice the zones, even if it engulfs it, it still has a reaction. It's still here. It's still present, telling you something. Vividly. So I'm just kind of marking what's happened, telling the story, noticing what I see. This was nice right here. Pound dollar. Going lower still. Euro dollar. Just marking the setup, marking the story. Being told. So we are going bullish. Another opportunity here on S&P still to sell to go bearish. Really don't know if I feel confident enough with enough confirmation to sell it. I do like how that last 5-minute candle pushed into it. Now crossing below going into its daily. So that does look more and more attractive the more I look at it. Let's see though. Because it still looks suspect. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going to enter something. Not on my main challenge account, but just a little something. Do a little 0.01. Test the waters. This isn't a real trade at all. This is one of those ones that, yeah, it has confirmation. It's trending with the moving average. We have an engulfing. It's rejecting the EMA. Acting off of supply. So it's got confirmation. It's just one of those ones. It's like, I'm real interested to see if we can at least go the distance of a 1-to-1. Pushing off this 15-minute engulf, and that's also lining up with this 5 minutes. So it's got some stuff in there. Let's see. We're literally targeting what, 4108. Right in here, back into this level of demand that's down here. That's once again prevalent on the 15-minute. I'm probably just gonna drag this one right here. Duplicate that into that, which just so happens to be literally almost the same size. There's no coincidence on that. All right. So let's go over to our top 6. Let's take a leap back. What's going on? Take a look at some others. Pound, yen, gold. What are they saying? Anything on gold? Noticing this man right here. I mean supply. I think it reached 15-minute, 30-minute. Hourly, man. This is something else. This is something else. Gold's being interesting right now. I'm gonna be real careful with gold as well. Ultimately, just noticing how the strength in the dollar is starting to flotate and levitate back in. Very weak currency. Very weak. No strength in here. Nothing happened in Asia or London. So when it comes to possible strength in New York, I'm gonna say this once again. There was no strength. Who is this? Get out of my way. When it comes to me noticing strength for New York here, I want to be very slight in terms of bullish strength in the currencies that I'm talking about. No bullish strength, no trade. More patience. Okay. Noticing gold drop lower. Pick up some momentum. Go now beneath this moving average. S&P not really deciding anything what it wants to do. Oh, okay. There we go. It's finally breaking lower. Nice engulf. Now you want to see it stay lower. Oh, someone's taking some sales. That's pretty interesting. But I'm looking at this right here. I was talking about off S&P, going off this 15-minute engulf. So with my stop, I'll take that to break even. And you pretty much want to just see how the momentum was going to carry this out. There's EMAs on every single time frame that I go to, which tells me that there's buyers still here. There's sellers still here. So that's why this wasn't a real trade for me. I just took this just to take it to a 0.01 on here. If you give you the 1-to-1, can't be mad with that. So now you want to see it stand on that. Stand on its 2 toes. Still got some things down here. Right? Demand is going to take that. It's going to take all that. You want to see it down here. Yeah. This is where I want to see NASDAQ come down to. Okay, S&P go. Okay, S&P pushing. Let's try to close it partial, not the whole thing closed out. And gone. Okay. So I'm gonna now take these things off the screen, but you saw how there was footprints to sell. Pound coming down to its further extension. We're not seeing the dollar fully gaining strength here, approaching 830. So let's see how the hourly candle looks currently as we approach the 30-minute. You want to see, is the next 30 minutes going to be an extension of what's already been said? Are we going to see more movement, or is it just going to exhaust and continue to retrace back? I'm more likely to see exhaustion just because we've already moved so much. The A range for, euro dollar is 22. We are now around 31 outside of the range. Pound 47. Interesting how we're still just not crossing on the indices. I'm expecting some reaction. Here we are, gold selling nice here. I'm expecting a pushback up here, yank back up as we break intersection lows, approaching weekly lows right here. There's gonna be some buyers that send price back up. There's gonna be some buyers off that are take profit. We're gonna see, I want to say buyer. We're gonna see a reaction here as we're in this negative 13 at 272, selling from this point. I want to see that kind of yank back up. So if we can get NAS to come just a little bit lower in here to that daily open, especially, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add an alert for the daily opening here on NASDAQ. Set myself up for that. Nice 30-minute supply up here from NASDAQ. S&P ran. Going the distance here. So now that that cave, now that that went, what's next? Any buyers strong enough to catch this? Anything strong enough to catch this at all? I don't know. The NASDAQ looks more stronger in that aspect. Every time I come back over here. They sweep these lows. Low swept. Which it took the liquidity that was sitting right here. Got the 50% retracement. Oh, snap. Trying to determine how I'm really gonna mark this level. That was an okay sell. Yeah. He said Nasdaq guy. For me, DV literally be having this same idea. I'm gonna flash this real quick just so you can see what he just said. But like, yo, he be literally saying the same thing I be saying. It like that just looks so I think it just tapped too. It did breach the liquidity. I think it's gonna be slight. I don't think it's gonna let everybody get in this trade. There is a gap in there too. I'm not gonna lie, that could be high probability. There is a slight gap in here that technically was just tapped into. Gap tapped into. Getting the reactions. Give me the 1 minute. Give me that slight. I don't like them. I don't like them type of reactions. I don't like when it comes in here and tips the fair value gap and reacts. And that's so garbage. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want that. I need to come back to me a little bit more. And then we'll probably consider taking it. That is a strong enough reaction though. Gonna be calm, sit back, light my candle, get my ukulele. You know the vibe. Chilling. Something like this though. Playing that daily average. With my 15 point. I want 30 at least. Something like that. Yeah, no busting. Wick is reacting, going crazy right now. Need to calm down. Anyways, you know, as we approach lower here and as we get closer, I'm gonna set myself up. I'm gonna get ready. We're approaching that window of time frame that I like to enter as well. Take all this other nonsense off the screen. That 30-minute engulfing though does look pretty nice. It's engulfing right here. And it's going out across all time frames as well. Looking like actually might be a 1 hour. That's a 15-minute that was holding up there. I see it. At 15:30 is holding. want to send price lower. Now I want to see it smaller, man. I want to see it come to in here. Mess with this 5 minute. We'll make this one current interval below so we don't confuse nothing. Just like that. Yeah. Take off the wording. I don't need to see it. If anything is messing me up. Like that so we can see exactly what's going on. Line it up right in here. Now I'll go aggressive. We can get something attractive. And like that. Right in that 15 points. That's literally what I was asking for. Literally. So as it's coming down, as it's necking along. So we're approaching that average. I'm gonna come to the cross board so we can see that strength here. Gold fading. I'm faded. AU just not crossing over as well. AU's range is so wide. Why is AU so wide? I don't like the way AU looks. I'm not gonna lie. Gold looks more bleh as well. GJ is sold off crazy. Why is GJ fall so hard? Okay, so we're getting a liner tap here. Let me focus up, focus up. Tee up, tee up, tee up. Listen, saying different things, but what I was paying attention to is as we're getting closer into that. Run that back. Not that one. Like I said, what is that? 15 points. Like right here. It's actually less than 15 points. So I was saying like this is the full range we wanted to see. Yeah. Probably gonna hold here for a little bit because everybody and their mama can see this demand right here. And it's not as fast. What structure was broken? I haven't really seen this. I mean, there's some liquidity that was grabbed right here. In terms of structure, that Asian high was broken. Technically, this is a bullish extensive move. This bullish move does look stronger than these sales. These sales look extended, exhausted. So you want to see pretty much from a higher time frame perspective. This weird choppy low right here. Hold as the parent, the head, and then where's going to be the shoulders, the children, the lower respective. What happened now? Well, hold on now. Hold up, cuz. Hold up. Nobody told you to go blind like that. And yeah. That's that sweet money right there. I'm gonna even call the alert sweet money. Second right here. This one is sweet money. That's the one we want to see. Patience. Which okay, first of all, I'm on the wrong. Let me hold on. I knew it. I'm glad my instincts made me feel something because I remember what I was doing yesterday. I was doing some moving around. I need to go back to this one. Now here we go. Here we go. We want to see if we gonna get this. Coming closer to that 618. The daily opening tap now. Like that, like that. Oh, you want to see it react as well. Still in here. It's got to be strong now. See, it's got to be patient and strong. So you notice see how we're still getting the reaction here. Notice how we're still getting the reaction. That is still valid, technically. And as that's breaking up, that's tough. Ooh, that's tough. So for me, for my confirmations, if this closes over strong enough on the 1 minute, meaning if we get a 1 minute candle close, I'll take that. As tight as this is, I'll be taking that. I don't know. Are we gonna get it? We got and that's a trade. Oh, why did it just reject me? All right, so I'm in the trade. Even though it tried to reject me. Ran aggressive technically. I'm gonna extend one of my stop losses below the zone. And then as well as another one just slightly below as well, just because how tight I don't like how tight this is, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and go to this perspective. We're looking at the rejection candle being broken off the immediate tap and going for a 1-to-1, 2-to-1 off of that. Based off that level, the amount of points we're risking is around 11 to 12 points. Yeah, 11 to 12 points. So we're trying to go for something like that. I am going to put a partial level at the 1-to-1. And we are being extremely aware as well of the reaction back down. because this is still the same candle. We got 2.5 minutes. So we're pretty much going extremely aggressive here. It has to agree. If it denies at any point, we will get out. The candle has not broken. Right? If it rejects the break, I will advise and get out. That's the thing with getting in aggressive. You know, not always is it the best, because it can take technically the same thing what I was trying to look at as it being like a 1 minute bullish up, but it just rejecting. That's a 1 minute MES confirmation back down. So yeah, it's not looking so good. I'm gonna close half here as it's pushing back down, rejecting down. Let's see. Still gonna hold it though. Trade's technically still valid until it wipes that low. Strategy, that's one of the trades we gonna get. Oh, see, look, no. If it goes higher, that's actually exactly what you would want to see. Take off that partial now, because now we need it to go the full distance. Make back what I just lost. So that's kind of what you want to see on the 1 minute. It sweep low to go higher, but now it's gotta commit to go to the other signatures. I see strength in the currencies. That reaction off that -272 off the pound is what we wanted to see. Down in below its weekly average. So how much time we got left in this? We got 45 seconds left. Double my order so I can add my entry back that I just lost. That is not the whoa. That is way too high. I don't know what just went on with this lot size that just doubled up in, but that joint is crazy. Extremely different than everything else. I was playing with threes, and for some reason, what in the world, man? Either way, it's in now. I want to see if we're gonna get the reaction. Let's see if we can get the bullish move up. Man, they double up on me like that though. Prepare to close if needed. I don't like how it closed technically under that 20 on the 1 minute. That's scary. Telling me that this trend is still active, still beneath the 13. I'm about to close that double up position because I don't know what that was. Let's see if we can still get the reaction. I may be forcing it. I do feel like I'm forcing it. I do feel like it needs to be closed. But there's way too much on the board. My emotions are taking over in the wrong way. I'm gonna go ahead and close full here, because I don't like what's being played. I don't like what's already percent being wasted. So I'm down a little over 0.5%. Trying to force this trade. It is giving us the reaction we want, but we haven't gotten the 1 minute break. If we haven't gotten the break, then there's no trade. So there's no need to be, you know, so angsty about it, trying to force myself to get in. Being aware of those little type of situations is what it goes a long way as a trader. Now, this reaction off the buy of this -272, giving a bullish engulfing right here, this looks attractive. I'm real interested to see how this plays out. As opposed to this NAS bias, whatever. It was still valid. I mean, it is still valid. We gotta wait for the break though. Gotta be patient. Can't stir your emotions trying to get in something that isn't ready yet. That is possible. Is what used to happen to me a lot. I used to add heck entries early, kind of like what you were seeing me doing now. and I would just continue to add, no matter if it was giving me a confirmation add or not. I would continue to stack these positions, and emotionally would put me in a spot that was not strong enough to secure the bag when it needed to be. Now here, you know what I'm saying? This looks different. It needs to break it though. It needs to break it. If we can't break it, I'm not tripping. Why does that just 1%? Is that 1%? So this is saying I'm down 1.4. It says I'm down 370. Oh, I know why. Dang. So I'm down 1.5% right now. Messing around with that last trade. That's crazy. And I gotta be real careful, because now that put me in a weird spot in my other account. Actually took me back a good chunk. Pound getting the reaction we want. Okay, let's see. Gotta be careful here and just patient. That's all it is. Majority of the time is patience. That's definitely choppy. So now that I've tried to take that, I really can't get in again until it actually goes and grabs that low. What really messed me up there is that double up position. That double up. It recalculated the lot as dropping a whole nother percent back, but that's not what I wanted to do. So I think I need to take off recalculate lot size, because it changed the game. It had it a whole different percentage to what I was trying to do. But I know that now. Moving forward, I will go about that. Let me go ahead and fix my rate, bring back as we wait for this to line up like we want it to. It's not slick. I know it's gonna give me what I want, but how it reacts is gonna be interesting. I was originally trying to see the cross of the daily open, like we saw, straight coming into that 5-minute zone. All right, we may be coming back here as we get closer. Edging along here, slowly just edging along. Require major patience, as usual. Yeah, like 15 points from here to me is ideal. But you gotta see how it's gonna react, because right now the Bears are strong. The Bears are in power. Euro set a weekly low, pound set a weekly low, DJ set a weekly low. Coming back over the weekly average here on pound yen. Probably giving you that -2, that reversal zone, reversal extension zone. Got that -618. Okay, now it's giving you that reaction straight out of that. exactly like I wanted to see earlier, but it's got to break some structure internally here. Can't just keep pump fake. It's got to commit to something structure wise. Okay, yeah, pump back up. Notice how it's just going right back down. Commit. Stand on that. You see how pound, like something like pound dollar GU went up 5, 10, 15, 3 candles in, still holding, still pushing up. That's what I want to see. See like pound yen. All right, now NASDAQ. We need to see that same energy. Yeah, if we can break that, bro. Placement is huge, though. Placement is extremely important. This is an aggressive play for sure. You gotta be very careful. I'm not gonna lie. This looks like supply in here overhead. Once we can get a strong 5-minute candle close above. All right, as we approach the last 5 minutes of candle, it's no entry zone. So I'm gonna sit here and let the screen just load. Let price breathe. Let it tell me whatever it's trying to tell me, and I'll be right back. So I'm noticing a sweep out, another liquidity grab. Here, notice how the indices are reacting. I'm actually gonna enter off that. Okay, so I entered the market again. Now, even though I technically just broke a rule, in here on the last 5-minute candles, but let me explain what I see. Why does that song keep trying to play? This dashed line right here, this white dashed line currently on the screen, is the Asian session. So we had price accumulate here in the Asian range. We had a London sweep of the lows, price sweep back up, and then kind of just do whatever you want to call that. It did create some supply, pushed it down into this demand though. This bullish move, I said this a minute ago, was stronger than this bearish move. Now we are in a downtrend, so I have to be aware of that. But I'm looking for this weird blob to position structurally to be the head. That's going to be the head. This has to be my inner neckline, with this being my lower shoulder. So intuitive in that I'm looking for structure to break a line with me here. Okay, here we go. We're getting in the 1 minute to equal out to what we need it to be. Now it needs to stand on that. It's got to close. It's closing above that lower one, which is fine. How much time we got? 30 seconds. So it's got to hold for 30 seconds here. This last 30 seconds here is huge. Huge here. Hold on. There we go. Okay. It's doing it like we needed to. Okay, we're gonna push back down though. It comes back. Window, my bad, distracted me. But pushes back. That's just a re-entry, which is kind of setting up like it wants to re-entry. I'm gonna remove the fib though, because it's lined up differently. This is the new. What's it trying to do it like that? I'm trying to grab the TP, bro. Well, now let me grab the fib. Okay, I'll trick it. That's just a double up entry opportunity. Last time I tried to double up, it messed me up completely and added another whole position. So over here on trading view, we're looking at the reaction of this 15-minute and 5-minute demand to push up higher. Now the reaction, the confirmation I gave is demand. We also have a 5-minute engulfing. We also have a reaction off the daily opening. So let me actually type these in. As we get in, we got a 5-minute engulf. We also got the daily opening. Oof. Reaction. That's not giving us what we want to see though. Straight up. That is not looking so good. Look like it want to push that low though. It's got a whole structure here. Ooh, it's not looking good at all. Maybe I got pump faked here, which is interesting because the currencies are holding. Look at that. The currencies are giving us the reaction we want. So why are the indices being so hard-headed? Is it stronger manipulation? Now, these are certain things you got to ask yourself, especially as you get closer to certain sessions being open. For me, the New York session, I'm trading New York, so as I get closer to the New York opening bell, right? We're now at 9 a.m. Speaking of, let me look at the 4 hour. How is the 4 hour time frame? That's another story. And so remember I was talking about the structure. Remember I'm waiting on this head right here on the 4-hour to react. Ooh, but this 4-hour engulfing, that's pretty strong. I didn't notice that. Let's hide the indicators right quick. This 4-hour engulfing printed, which is gonna give momentum to the opening of the hour. So we just not open at 9 a.m. That's why it's so bearish, because of the engulfing. But I'm looking at this demand on 5 and 15. Is it strong enough to hold? And is it strong enough to hold off this first tap? This is the initial tap. Remember, the initial reactions aren't always going to be as strong as your reversal. The difference between a reaction and a reversal, right? Huge difference between reactions and reversal. I don't like how this is just sitting here. It's got to make a move, especially pushing into the opening bell. We are reacting back above. 1 minute is giving vibes, but it's not making the move. And that's where it's got to come down to. It's got to be cutthroat. Either it's doing it or it's not, because to me it looks like it's not, which is tragic. I'm just trying to get an easy, simple song. They're trying to keep the lyrics in my joint, which just may look like it may be it. That 1 minute engulfing is going to take me out the trade. Rejecting off of the EMAs like that again, it's going to take me out. Printing our 5-minute candle inside of the hour though, being bearish. Like it wants to do something. What is it gonna do? What's it gonna do? What's it gonna? What's it gonna do? What's it gonna do? Look at pound. Look at the currency. Still giving me this. Maybe should have took GU, dog. Gee, you been talking that talk the whole time. We getting SPX sell alerts. On what time frame? Okay, on the hourly, I see her going back on the reaction that I want though. Nas. Finally. 1 hour engulfing here on S&P. I believe this is the same thing I was seeing on NASDAQ. So there is some type of demand in here. I now know that if it goes down, it wants to go down. So here we go. We're getting the reaction I want. Which in terms of how you would look at this, oh no, oh no, oh no. I'm out. After I just did that again, yeah, I'm out. Nah, it's tough, man. It's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Because now, how much am I down? I'm down 1.9% right now. .9, almost 2%. I'm almost down 2%. Tough. It's the biggest loss in a while. So how do you react to it? You know, how's my emotions react to that? Half of me wants to revenge trade. What I'm not gonna do is continue to trace this setup though. Look, I'm glad I got out. Boom. Okay, liquidity grab. Not gonna chase it, but I'm watching the reaction. I'm watching accordingly. Accept the loss. Move on. Don't let it distract you, especially when there's something still here. Especially when there's something still here. Lock in. Locking in on these currencies curl up though, bro. If that engulfs, I might have to buy that. This engulfs here. Pound dollar. buying that. Oh yeah, that's a buy all day on GU if it does it. It's gotta line up though. See you, GU. Oh no, you ain't pumping. You just pumping. Pump faking. Alright. As we approach the final moments of the stream, and in here in the next 5 minutes, thought we were gonna get a setup. We didn't. End up trying to take 2 buys here on Nasdaq. Weren't even good buys. Why I was risking full percent on those setups, I have no idea. You know, your trade management is everything. Your psychology is everything. Last week when I was trading 0.5% because it was NFP was huge. I only made small gains, but I only made small losses as well. So when it comes into the next week, when I have something like this with small confirmations, I should already know. Did I really be going full percent right here? Do I have high confirmations, high confluences? No, I didn't. So take that down, note from it, learn from it. How am I learning from these things? How are these things making me more successful, better? Okay, GU, man, I'm trying to tell you, GU is not finna be slick and leave me. I'm right here at your throat, GU. Okay, you pushing back down now? Just let me know what's the deal, and I'm right here with you. GU thinks it's slick, especially as EU is engulfing as well. Oh yeah, okay. I may have to just leave the currencies alone, the indices alone, and look at the vibe that the currencies is giving me. That's the engulfing. That's it right there. That's it right there. Boom, I took it. Took it. Risking 5 pips. Noticing the bullish engulfing of this bearish candle. First off this big strong bullish move, trying to act as if there's some demand holding somewhere, anywhere. Hello, already lower. I will extend one of my stop losses just a little bit lower, just because how tight this is. No partials right now, just observing. Just observing. $9.11, okay. Looks like I'm in the stream with an open trade. I'm trying to look at this bullish engulfing here. Trying to see if this bear, if it's strong enough to hold. Oof, that's tough. It's gonna be a learning Tuesday, isn't it? Is it gonna be a learning Tuesday? Did I recover? See if I can recover here. Oof. You know, I'm starting to notice certain things as well as my emotions play out here. You know, I'm noticing these confluences, but are they entry confluences or are they just strategy confluences? You know what I'm saying? Is this a necessary step in action or is it the action? The ladder to the build up or is it the build up? But I appreciate y'all for joining. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hopefully you could observe something and learn from what I'm going through as this journey. Noticing S&P continue to go bearish here, more strength to the downside. Pound holding here. Holding. There's one thing to say it's trying to hold this level here, but there's one thing to say it's trying to hold this low. Especially as we approach 9:15. This 15-minute candle. That's now turning back into another bearish engulfing and rejecting outside that 20 EMA. Yeah, that's not going to be pretty at the closure of this candle if I'm on the opposite, wrong side of it. Learning Tuesday, man. Learning Tuesday. Especially as trades just sit here. Notice how long, you know, I've noticed that it's either good or bad how I'll be sitting here waiting for my trade to hit my target, and I'll be itching to close the trade because I want to take the profits, or I'm itching to close the trade because I want to secure my losses. And I need to just learn to be patient. Either way, it's going to hit my target, it's going to hit my stop. And I believe that's where, you know, more strength in your patience grows as well. A lot of hidden patience with waiting. You know, how do you wait? Are you actively wait? Are you crazily jittery and your emotions going crazy? Are you calm? Chill. All right, so it's 9:15 now. I'm gonna go ahead and peace out here. Let's go ahead and watch the reaction here together. About to holler at you guys. Peace and love. As you can see, it just stopped me out. It stopped one of my positions out, and then now it's acting like it wants to go the other way. Which, if that's what it wants to do, that's perfectly fine with me. With that trashness. But a L's a L. I'll take it and own up to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and briefly show as well. I'm gonna briefly show my losses. Make sure I don't hit my daily loss limit as well, because now I'm pretty sure. How much am I down? Oh, don't want to show me on that screen. I'm down 3%. Yeah, I'm putting them down 3%. Biggest loss of the year today. How do you react? You know, how do I react off that? Because it took me off the profits that I was in that account. It took me back in my other account, which these days are inevitable. I notice the closer I get to days when I'm about to finish challenges, that's when I really mess up. I'll show the dashboard here after. I'll just kind of show a quick overview of my both accounts. First, this is my phase 2 account right here. I only needed, today I needed 1% to get the end of this phase 2. And this was just in some slight profit. But as I go to the dashboard on this, you can see how close I was to needing the 25.8, I think it was. Whatever it was, I needed a total of 8%. I lost 3, which means I was at 5. I was at like 5.6 point something, whatever it was. Look at the bearish engulfing. Look how it's coming back into this level of institute. So your emotions leave a clue. So as this is all unfolding, you know, as I'm actively watching this personally, these are my own emotions. How do I react off of this? Key, pivotal key. But you know, it's a learning process, and I'm thankful to be growing together. That's the whole point. Hopefully I can help someone, as I'm hopefully helping myself. I appreciate y'all, man. Love and peace. I'm out.